let's talk about the Kings.
Facts. Yeah. So much.
Because the Sacramento Kings, coming into the season, I know you guys were low on them. You guys had the Lakers being better than them, which was always pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, not the best take.
8-6 this year, 8th in the Western Conference. I was told they wouldn't be better than Lakers. I was told they wouldn't be Golden State last show. And what did they do, Riv? They beat Golden State. You know why? Because Sacramento, they're Kings.
2-1.
They're rolling right now.
2-1.
They're putting their imprint on the NBA right now.
2-1.
Something is brewing. They're winners of 5 straight, but 3 of their losses have been by 3 points or less. And I think this year is the end of their playoff drought. I'm all in. I'm bought in. Something about me, you check my tracker, whenever I have a team that I think is going to be the surprise of the NBA, last year it was the Wolves. They made the playoffs. This year it was the Kings. Oh, yeah, they're going to make the playoffs too. My track record in picking these surprise teams is second to none. It's high. Last season, the Kings were 4th in pick-and-roll possessions. And I want to talk about this because this is what the switch in the Kings have been. This season, they're 29th. Sacramento now leads the NBA in handoff possessions at 10.5 a game, and they're top 5 in points per possession. I want to say this stat for those out there that are still frustrated by the Tyrese Halliburton trade. The Halliburton trade was made to get a player that fit with AaronFox. They're having so many handoffs per possession because this is what fits Domantas Sabonis, and that's the effect he has on an offense. Without his skill set, running an offense like this would not be possible. If they still had Tyrese, it would have been pick and roll heavy again. This offense went from looking at every other offense and copying their style in heavy pick and roll with the guard versus playing like Golden State. Like, they play like Golden State in terms of their ball movement, their dribble handoffs. Kevin Huerter right now, he is averaging 3.4 dribble handoffs per possession, 16 points per game, shooting 51% from 3. They're second in offensive rating, second in points per game. Sabonis 18, 11, and 6. Fox 25, 5, and 6. He's been shooting efficient from the field and from threes. He's one of the best finishers at the basket in the league right now. And this is the first time Monte McNair has been able to put his imprint on this roster, getting Malik Monk in free agency, getting Kevin Huerter in free agency. He really hasn't missed in the past 3 drafts. Tyrese Halliburton, Davion Mitchell, and now Keegan Murray, who looks awesome. The Kings are making the playoffs. It's as simple as that. This is one of the funnest teams to watch. This is one of the most electric teams in the NBA right now. Offensively, they are one of the best. Defensively, they struggle. That could be their Achilles heel. I believe that if they can make a trade to get a defensive presence, maybe Miles Turner's a reunion is in the brewing for him to come to Sacramento. I don't know. Or maybe they get a wing. This team is legit. Like, they're legitimately good. And people cannot sleep on the Kings anymore. They're here, and AaronFox is here.
I agree to the degree. You can't sleep on the Kings no more. I'm not going to go as far as saying they're a locked playoff team. You know, I still think.
Oh, they're not a lock. They're a playoff team, though.
Well, I mean, if you.
Like a
so they're top 6.
No, they're a playoff team. Like, they're going to be in the playoff seedings.
I don't know.
We know. Playoff teams top 6.
The playoff seedings is top. No, that's a playoff lock. A playoff team is a top 8 seed.
No, because if you're a top 8 seed and you lose in a play-in,
exactly.
You're not a playoff team.
Correct. Yeah, but I am not projecting.
Is the play-in now the playoff?
I am not projecting them to lose in a play-in.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm not. I can't go all the way to say they're a playoff team, but I think they've asserted themselves as a play-in team.
Hypothetically speaking, they play the Clippers in the play-in. Stamp it. They're beating them?
I'm at who's healthy. I don't know. The Clippers are up and down.
So you would take the Kings.
If it's just Paul George, yeah, absolutely.
Timberwolves, they play the Kings.
It's a toss-up. I like the Kings in that game.
Very interesting.
They've been a pretty exciting team. You know, they're a elite
Mavericks.
offense.
They're 7th seed right now.
The Kings can beat the Mavericks.
I would take the Mavs.
So Luka's losing?
Luka's not losing to the Kings, bro.
I don't think Luka's going to be in the play-in, though. I think he's going to be a top 6 seed.
I know. We're just saying.
So who's going to drop into the Jazz?
The Kings are going to beat the Jazz, bro. Pretty easily.
Based off what?
What do you mean based off what?
Are you going to say AaronFox in primetime moments?
Who do the Jazz have in primetime moments?
Neither team have anybody.
Yeah, it's a fact.
I trust AaronFox more. And Sabonis more.
All right, well, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, I think they're the clear 2 best players in the series. I mean, in the
Golden
playing game.
State's 12 right now. Are we expecting them to stay that low all season?
No,
They're not going to stay that
12.
low all season.
So let's say they're a playing team. Are they beating the Kings?
I mean, I think we can acknowledge that definitely the Kings will be in the hunt. They'll be a playing team.
I think
for
they're
sure.
a playing team. Playoff lock.
I didn't say playoff lock. I said a playoff team.
No, but all right, a playing
The
team
play-in
that's
has-
guaranteed to
the-
go
the
to the
play-in has
playoffs. That's what you
created-
told me.
A playoff lock is a top 6 seed. A playoff
Okay.
team. What are the playoffs? The first 8 seedings. I think the Kings are our
Yeah,
first
but
8
we have-
seedings
we have
team.
That's my
playing now.
whole
The
point.
play-in has created so much diversion.
Yeah,
Correct.
it really has. It really
Correct.
has. The play-in
Those
just made
teams
it
in
so
the play-in,
confusing.
I don't believe will beat the Kings if they match up. I think the Kings will beat them.
We don't know who's in the
That's-
play.
We don't know who exactly. We don't know the play-in. People are going to
The
be.
Yes,
playoff
I
lock or your
don't
play-in
think
team?
the Warriors will be a play-in team. They will be a top 6 team when it's all said and done in the West.
Respect.
The truth comes out.
Interesting.
What do you mean?
I'm
I just don't think
curious-
they win a championship.
I'm just curious who's going to drop off, honestly.
Well, we know the Lakers can't drop off anywhere. They're one of the worst teams in the NBA.
You know,
He
I
thought
would-
they'd be better than
The
the
trade was
Kings.
unnecessary.
what I would appreciate if we could just stay on topic.
Can the Kings beat the Lakers in a play-in?
No.
Huh?
Oh, no, I apologize. We're not making the plan.
No, you're
That's
not.
why.
You're not.
No, that's not going to happen. So you have to worry about that.
There's a brand new fantasy app. It's called Boom Fantasy. You got over-unders, player props. You got matchups. This player versus that player. That's personally my favorite. And long shots. You can win 40 times your money. And if I'm not mistaken, Joel, NBA is coming soon.
Yes, sir. NBA will be in the app in the next 10 days or so. I believe opening night is October 19th, so we'll have stuff up a few days beforehand. That's going to be fun because we have it every night. You don't have to wait till Monday,
Did
Thursday.
you get your code? The
For
league
what?
pass?
I did get my code
I
for
got
League
my
Pass.
code too.
Yep, that's amazing.
That's from 2K, right?
Yes.
That's tough.
amazing.
That's fire.
So if you guys haven't already, download the Boom Fantasy app right now. Link is in our description or in the caption wherever you're watching.
So if we could stay on topic, it'd be cool. So let's look at the top 6. You have Blazers, Suns, Nuggets, Jazz, Pelicans, Grizzlies. The one team out of the 6 right now that we can look at that think that they could fall off, probably the Utah Jazz.
And the Pelicans.
They're going to drop out of the top
And
6.
the Blazers
can
aren't
be a
gonna the
play-in
one
team
seed.
The
again.
Warriors have to take somebody's spot.
I'm telling you
Blazers
right now,
aren't
the
gonna be the one
Pelicans are
seed, I think.
staying.
I think the Clippers take somebody's
I
spot.
think the
too.
Grizzlies are staying. The Suns are probably going to stay. They're just going to be consistent. Are the Blazers staying?
Not at the 1 seed.
I think
Hell,
they'll
obviously
stay.
not the 1 seed.
They will
Top-
stay. They'll
Wes,
be a
what do you think?
Top
6
6 seed, you think?
I think the Blazers drop out of the 6 is tough. They'll drop out of the top 4, I think.
Like Kawhi gets healthy, anything can happen with the Clippers,
Yeah,
but we can't
that's-
bank on
yeah,
that.
we
We
can't.
can't bank on that. So I would say the Clippers are
just gotta
probably a
get a
playing
play-in
team.
spot.
The Jazz and the Pelicans are the teams that are going to drop off.
Pelicans aren't going to drop. I don't know what's shown you that they're going to drop.
CJ has been underperforming.
And
Zion,
Herbert's just getting back. Zion's what?
Zion, he doesn't play every other game.
He's getting back to it too.
They rest him.
Herbert's like
Still
the,
averaging
Herb Jones is
24.
like the worst
I know. Herb Jones
wide open 3-point shooters in the NBA.
is not good.
Like, for
So is
example,
Marcus
if
Smart.
the Kings face the Pelicans in the play-in, that's a
He's a weird
toss-up.
guy.
That's a legit toss-up.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It is not.
Didn't
The
you just,
Pelicans
didn't you
versus
just
the
tell me?
Kings in
Did
the
you just
play-in?
tell me the Kings and the Jazz clear because they have Fox and Sabonis? So do you not trust Bi and Zion?
AaronFox has been a better player than BI this year.
He hasn't been utilized well, but I think in a moment like that, I would trust Bi more. We've seen it.
But that's a toss-up. Like, if you see these two teams play, there is nothing that tells you the Pelicans would easily beat the Kings.
Easily, no.
That's legitimately a toss-up.
One team in
Easily
the
no.
NBA is top 10 in offensive rating, defensive rating, net rating, rebounds, assists, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage. Name the team. Guess off the top of your head.
Pelicans.
The New Orleans Pelicans.
They're not second
Pelicans.
they're not second in offensive rating. That's the Kings. The Kings have legitimately the second
I'm
best.
telling you
offense in
right
the
now,
NBA.
there's
just do it
only
for
one
stat.
team who's top 10 in all.
He said top 10,
But
he said top
I'm
10.
telling you, just respect the Pelicans. It may not be all clicking at once, but they still have been playing good enough.
The Kings are
Basketball.
a good team, though. They'll
I'm
be,
not,
they'll
and
be
I'm
in the
not
hunt.
trying to disrespect the Kings. I do think they're a playing team, but to say that they're okay, I have to be very specific with my wording. There's playoff locks as in the 1 through 6, but to say you're saying they're going to guarantee get in the playoffs based off the play-in is strong when we've seen teams that are lower than them right now that we just believe are probably going to finish higher.
What lower team right now?
The Warriors.
That's it.
I would take the Timberwolves over the Kings as well if they matched up.
I don't know.
Clippers are a wait and see, so I can't bank on that yet.
We're talking
Paul
just playing
Paul
game
George
right
can
now.
beat the Kings. He can lose, but he can.
Hey, no,
also
we're
beat
just
the
talking.
about
No,
just
just the play-in right
I mean,
now.
one game, bro. Like it could really go either way.
There's nothing that the Timberwolves have shown this year that says they would beat the Kings, bro.
It's a new roster. They're getting acquainted with one
We're
another.
also talking
The
about
Kings
star
are new
power
roster
earlier in
too.
the show.
Relatively, but last year they still played how many games together?
It's too early.
They're
to think
adding
about
2 new
playing
pieces
matchups.
to the lineup. Keegan Murray
Porter
and
and
Kevin
Keegan.
Huerter.
Yeah, you're right.
And Sabonis and Fox only
And
played
Malik
like 10
Monk.
games. Malik Monk's off the bench. See, that's a new
Good
team.
points.
It's still too early to think about playing matchups. But one thing we can definitely agree on is
They're
the
playing
Kings have
very
been
good
playing
basketball.
extremely well
That's the
basketball.
and I'm
they'll
not
definitely
afraid to
be
say
in the
that
hunt.
for sure.
You know, they've been giving teams fits. They've been in close games. Offensively,
has
they've
been
been a
amazing.
firepower. Fox has improved his game as a jump shooter. You got Malik Monk. You got Kevin Huerter. Sabonis has been good. Mike Brown has instilled that type of culture that you want to see in these type of teams. So we can go back and forth on the playing shit all day, playoff
Sure.
team. But
But
one
just
thing is
throw
for
some
certain,
respect
they're
on
going to
the
be in the hunt.
Pelicans.
And they ain't been in the hunt in a while. So
I mean,
that's
let's not say wow. It was what, 2 years, 3 years? What was it?
12 seed?
When they no, bro, the 9.
Yeah, but they went
The
to
year
the
that the Clippers were 8.
when?
The year that the Clippers played Golden State, and that Golden State and the Clippers series was better than what it should have been. Where Lou Will, Pat Bev,
One.
huh?
The Kings were the 9th seed in 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's been a couple years. So I think I don't know. Playing, I think they can
It
beat.
was a year early, man. It's a
I
shame.
think they can beat teams, but I think they can lose to teams too. It's just about matchups and stuff like that. I'm not gonna go too deep. It's November, so I'm not gonna go
Exactly.
too deep into playing. And
We're
stuff like
talking
that.
about something that's gonna happen in March.
But they're gonna be in the hunt all year.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And the Kings do deserve
They got
that
off
credit
too
and
hot of a
respect.
start to really.
It's
fall
just
There
off.
is
about if
not-
the Kings can keep it consistent. That's all it is. Can they
Yeah, they
continue this
will.
pace? I don't know. I mean,
Mike Brown is gonna.
I mean,
is
all
a great
all
coach.
they do is be around 500, and they'll be in the hunt without a doubt.
yeah,
You know,
West is
The
still a mess.
The Kings lost their first couple of games because of bad calls by the referees. I mean, 3 of their losses have been by 3 points or less. But the Kings have been in every single game, and they have great wins under their belt. Great ones under their belt.
long season. Long
It
season.
is, but I believe in the Kings.
And you're a big Kings guy.
Oh, listen.
Big Mike
Keep
Brown
riding,
guy.
baby.
AaronFox. All your
Yeah.
guys.
They're gonna make the playoffs this year. It's stamp that.